Fiber optic communication involves transmitting information in pulses of light through high-quality, flexible strands of glass or plastic. Because they transmit data so much more efficiently, optical fibers are revolutionizing the telecommunications industry. In June 2014, the town of Holly Springs plugged in and lit up its own fiber optics network after 6 months of construction. Holly Springs' new fiber optics communications network will provide world-class government services, promote economic development, and ensure that broadband in the town evolves over time to meet the needs of residents, businesses, and public institutions.
It is very forward-thinking for the town of Holly Springs to do this, and you should think of it in terms of that having that strong IT infrastructure will be just as important in the future as good roads are today.
This is the next utility service. You can grow, you've got room for commercial providers to come into town and to deliver fiber to the premises. You're creating a utility that the commercial sector can leverage to deliver better services to the residents and to the businesses in the town.
The town joined a growing list of municipalities that have built their own fiber networks to free themselves from the costly constraints of commercial internet providers. The cost of building the fiber network is about the same or less as what we've been paying for leased services from the private sector. But the town's needs already are greater than we can afford from the private sector, and our bandwidth needs will grow dramatically in the years ahead. Holly Springs fiber network was constructed in rings, a design that provides greater redundancy and reliability. In the event of a fiber cut, network traffic can reverse course and travel in the opposite direction.
And you have that redundancy now that you didn't in the past, that you could never have purchased from a lease perspective in any reasonably affordable way.
The fiber network connects to MCNC, one of the premier research and education networks in the country. That means options for dramatically lower prices for internet. The MCNC link also means high bandwidth connections with other communities in MCNC's state-of-the-art fiber network. Fiber and wireless are often viewed as competing technologies, but it need not be an either-or proposition. These two can complement each other, and the new fiber network means stronger Wi-Fi service in town parks and public areas.
Fiber network actually provides us a backbone for our wireless connections. It passes by all of our water towers, so we have a plan to put 360-degree wireless on the water towers to pick up areas like parks and other areas of town for public Wi-Fi or connectivity to some facilities where the investment doesn't make sense to run fiber to at this time. But if we did not have the connectivity with the fiber to these water towers or to other facilities that we can run wireless off of, we would be back to a constrained situation.
A strand of glass fiber is only slightly thicker than a human hair, and yet a single strand is capable of carrying enough data to meet the town's needs indefinitely. Then again, the strands themselves represent only a tiny fraction of the cost of constructing the network. The town's fiber optic cables contain 288 strands. That's more than enough to avoid costly changes in network electronics, meet any conceivable town government needs, and have plenty of capacity for a provider to extend service to Holly Springs homes and businesses. With dramatically more bandwidth, there are opportunities to do things that weren't possible before, such as high-definition streaming video cameras in parks. In addition to providing security, our residents can go online to see what's happening. See your kid playing baseball on any of the 4 fields from cameras mounted atop the field house, or enjoy a view of Bass Lake while on a coffee break at work. Fiber holds a future-proof advantage over other technologies, at least as far into the future as foreseeable. The speeds of copper, coax, and wireless technology will also grow, but they can't keep up with what's possible with fiber. The Town of Holly Springs Fiber Network is lighting the way to the communications future for town operations as well as for residents and businesses.